What do you get when you mix a locked phone, a late-night text, and a woman who's had enough? You get a scandal so messy, even Mona Scott wouldn't script it this wild. That's right. Bambi just caught Kirk Frost secretly texting Kendra, and no you're not hallucinating. Kirk, Kendra, and Bambi front row, phone in hand, watching the betrayal unfold like a live episode of Who Wants to Be Publicly Humiliated? Did this man forget what happened last season? Or did he think Bambi wouldn't notice the screen lighting up at 1:43 am, with a still up from a name that should have been blocked back in 2018, because Bambi didn't just see if she screen recorded it with audio, and baby, what came next turned to quiet Tuesday night into a full-blown social media apocalypse. So ask yourself, why is Kirk texting Kendra at midnight when Rashida's out of town? Why is Bambi holding the receipts like she's building a legal case? And more importantly, what happens when all three of them end up on the same set next week? This isn't just lava. It's boiling over. Grab some popcorn, because this catastrophe just got started. Bambi only said, "Are you texting her again?" 4 times. There were no screams, threats, or shoes flying all over the room. Just those 4 tiny words that made Kirk freeze, as if someone had just unplugged his spine. He was captured, possibly not in 4K, but still glowing, with a new text message to Kendra. The same Kendra that Bambi had warned about 3 times, not once, not twice, but 3 times. The same Kendra who had said she was done with the drama and concentrated on getting better after her mess with Scrappy was back. But this time in Kirk's dim, Bambi simply stared at the TV as though it owed her rent money, without even flinching. The text stated, "Still up, I've been thinking about that night, what night?" Bambi looked at him as though she was watching the credits of a movie she already knew the ending to, and he muttered something. He arrived for the phone too late, and had already dropped it to her laptop with all the texts, the timestamps, and the photos. Oh yes, there were photos. This happened the same night that Rashidita was allegedly in Miami, filming a makeup collaboration, and Kirk claimed he was in the studio working on a beat when his phone mysteriously died for 7 hours. Just provocative enough to ruin jobs and violate contracts, nothing too crazy. Kirk was aware of what he had done, and Bambi wasn't going to yell. Instead, she was going viral. She didn't toss the phone or post anything, but instead, she simply left the room in a robe, as if she were holding her own funeral for Kirk's remaining dignity. In the modern era, with location services enabled, Kirk attempted to track his wife's acquaintance while sitting on the side of the bed like a man who had just discovered he had cheated on her. "It's not what you think, sir." What else could it be? The text read, "Still smells like you. Are you sending all factory flirt texts now? Is that where we are?" Then Bambi opened her phone, pressed record, and spoke 3 words that might destroy a man's entire reputation. "First stop, let's go live," but not to the general public yet. Rashidita had seen all of the texts and voice notes that were stored, and there was just a screen capture with no caption and a straightforward directive that we speak within 10 minutes. The late-night heart emojis, and most importantly the one picture that Kirk had inadvertently sent at 10:03 a.m., showing him shirtless and chained in the same Airbnb that was ostensibly only for the boys. Oh, the lies had layers, and Rashida didn't say anything yet, but the silence was louder than any clapback. And that's when it began to unravel, because Bambi wasn't the only person observing. Rashidita may be quiet, but she's not stupid, and when she saw that picture, her fingers started moving quickly. She forwarded it and made a call, and by the time Kirk attempted to remove the messages from his phone, it was too late, because everything was already on fire. We're doing this now because, let's be honest, if there's one thing Rashidita isn't going to do, it's let some late-night motel texting scandal blow back on her skin. While Kirk was still fumbling with his unlock code, Rashidita was already on her second call, this time to Mona. "Yes, Mona." Rashidita didn't respond to Bambi directly, but instead she took action. She screenshotted the same thread and sent it to production with a caption, Scott Young, since Bambi had already unfollowed Rashidita, who was going to make sure she didn't go down alone if this disaster was going to be made public. Kirk unfollowed. Both Rashida and Kendra followed that precise process, after which she posted a screenshot of a dark screen with white writing that read, "Don't lie, some of you do." There were no tags or mentions, just enough fuel to burn a franchise to the ground, and Twitter exploded. TikTok investigators focused on message timestamps. Another girl identified the hoodie Kirk was wearing from a vlog Rashidita posted just 3 days earlier, in which she stated, "My husband's in Miami handling business, yikes." Another admirer discovered the similar bed frame from Kirk's leaked photo listed on an Airbnb south of Atlanta. Then Kendra appeared, charming, sly, and not so naive. Instead of being quiet, Kendra chose to boldly join the conversation, as if no one had saved receipts. She went live without any prior notice or filter, just smudged bravado and messy mascara. "Y'all don't know what really happened," she said, shaking her head like she wasn't caught on camera. "I didn't reach out to nobody first, baby. The DMs say otherwise." One screen recording, just one, showed her saying, "I know it's wrong, but I miss how you made me feel." And Kirk replied with, "Say the word, and I'll pull up." The comment section went nuclear. "Pull up where 2 divorce courts are." One user typed, and another wrote, "Not Kendra becoming the side piece to a recycled cheater." Then someone dropped the real bomb. A voice note, yes, a full-blown voice memo, allegedly from Kirk, sent to Kendra last week. His voice clear as day, low, and stupidly confident. "You ever think maybe we messed up, like maybe you were the one I was supposed to choose?" Boom. That clip alone got reposted over 300 times in 2 hours. Back at the Frost household, Rashida was done being silent. She stepped out of the car mid-phone call, looked at her assistant, and said, loud enough for TMZ to quote it, "I told that man, if he embarrasses me again, I won't just leave, I'll expose everything." Furthermore, judging by the expression in her eyes, everything was about backroom agreements and payouts rather than just cheating. NDA or not, Kirk has been hiding behind that worn-out chain for the past 10 years. And just when fans thought they had heard it all, Mona made a move that nobody could have predicted. She strategically unfollowed Kirk on all platforms, didn't block him, didn't call him, and just gave him that one digital slap in the face that says, "You're not good for the Storyline no more." If that wasn't bad enough, a verified production assistant leaked a screenshot of an internal email chain between executive producers, and attached was a bullet point list of Kirk's infractions. One of them said, "Voice notes to Kendra, potential contract violation." According to another, Bambi might have the legal right to press charges. The internet lost it when Rashidita posted a picture of herself outside a lawyer's office with sunglasses. And the remark, "Silence isn't strength when they're banking on your loyalty." If harassment is shown to be legal, then hey, it's federal now. As one admirer put it on Twitter, Rashida stated, "Courtroom couture, not couple goals." Someone else said, "Is this the same lawyer Bambi tagged in her last story?" You already know what came next. After speculation escalated into a full-fledged investigation, fans started examining old season receipts, focusing on body language, and comparing confessionals, voice notes, and awkward glances. Suddenly, everything made sense, and then the voicemail arrived. Bambi wasn't finished, but she uploaded an audio clip to her close friend's story. But as we all know, nothing is private anymore. Kirk's voice whispered, "You know I don't love her the same. You always understood me better." One sentence was added by the girl who uploaded it, a week before Rashidita's anniversary post, which was still posted on her page. He said, "You couldn't write a better betrayal. In fact, you could but even love and hip-hop." When he attempted to change the subject by calling Bambi messy and asserting that Kendra was only a friend, Bambi reacted as only a woman with 27 receipts and nothing left to lose would. She uploaded a folder named Kirk_Frost_disaster with 86 Screen recordings and the chilling caption, "Don't make me just 3 words." What he said was too toxic for TV. Kirk, so he went live, hoodie up, fake humble, and tried to control the narrative, saying that anything I love about my wife online isn't real. And that was sufficient to drive Kirk into digital exile. He vanished, leaving behind no more stories or lives. Not a single post before Rashidita's legal team submitted documents. There were allegations that his team advised him to go dark. However, the last straw was a producer letter that was leaked from Mona's camp that said, "If Kirk doesn't publicly apologize by Friday, we cut him from the reunion taping." After years of plotting ended in a single direct message scandal. The man who believed he could play both sides was suddenly played by the same ladies he underestimated. The question now is whether VH1 will allow this man to return with another worn-out apology tour. Do you believe that Kirk's actions are permanent? That the industry is set to give him another chance? That Rashida will reveal all? Or that Mona will once more defend the brand? Put your thoughts aside. Hit the like and subscribe buttons, because the next leak could potentially terminate a contract and a marriage, marking the end of the Kirk Frost legacy.